Hey, this is Felix with Print Group Commercial. I'm a commercial real estate broker based here in Houston, Texas, and this is going to be a part of a video series that comes alongside with a newsletter every week. And I'm going to cover all sorts of things, starting from updates on the Houston industrial market, also tips and strategies that the owners and tenants can use to their advantage. And I'm also just going to cover regular news that may or may not affect you as a user of industrial real estate here in this market or nationwide. So without further ado, let's get to today's edition. And what I want to cover today is the fact that some of the trends that we observed last year may roll over into this year, or maybe not so much. So one of the biggest things that comes along with Houston, the industrial Houston market, was that last year in 2022, it outperformed every single other large metro city in the country. And this is in terms of absorption rate, which means how much warehouse space is being leased as opposed to how much warehouse space is being vacated. So we had the strongest absorption in the last year over in 2022 compared to other large metro areas. So because of this, I think a lot of you might have seen this as well within your leases, is that because of this, Houston reached the highest, or set a record for their highest annual increase on rent right about on the second quarter in June, with an average increase of 6.2% year over year on an annual basis. So that is a pretty significant, given that a typical inflationary increase would be around 2 to 3%. Because of this, we have seen ever since then decreases in the increased rent percentage, and we're now down as of quarter one of 2023. We're at around 5% increase year over year. So, which is obviously not where we want to be, but it's better than where we were 6 months ago. And obviously, this is due to slowdown of the general economy, and just because of that, it's driven demand down for industrial real estate space. So now onto supply. So what's going on was that 2021 for industrial real estate, alongside with 2020, was a great year for industrial real estate. And this is given that what happened with the Amazon effect. There were a lot more deliveries happening, so there was a lot more points of deliveries that needed to be set up, and so this added a lot of demand to warehouse space and based on distribution and logistics. So because of this, a lot of investors said, hey, this is a great product, let's put in a lot more money into this, let's start up some new inventory. And so a lot of these projects began construction right around the middle of 2022, and so we've had a big amount of supply that's being built as of right now, and that's going to be delivered sometime in 2023. But now, with the slowdown of the economy and the raise of the interest rates, a lot of these spaces are not built to suits, or they don't have any preset tenants, and they have become speculative. So meaning that they're going to figure out how they're going to lease it once the spaces are built. So now, I figured that an average of what the cluster has found is that around 85% of the spaces being built, or warehouse spaces being built here in Houston, don't have a preset tenant. So it means that there's going to be a lot more inventory available in the market, and this may actually be in favor to tenants because of the fact that now there's going to be more supply. So rents may be able to come down a little bit to a much more reasonable rate than they currently are. And because of this, it may turn the tables from advantage of the landlord's market over to a tenant's market, which will be beneficial for a lot of you guys, which I know that. So the last thing is that because of the increase in supply and the general slowdown of the economy, some experts predict that annual rent increases are going to come back down to around 3.5% year over year. sometime during this year, which will, help a lot, towards accommodating budgets. So these are some of the things that we can observe from last year that have rolled over into this year and may or may not affect us, depending on your use. So if you guys have a lease coming up, or you guys simply just need to rent more warehouse space or buy a new facility, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're commercial real estate brokers specializing in industrial real estate, and we'll be happy to help, and we can help you facilitate you guys through the process. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. See you next time. Bye.